All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word and with sincerity. And we were having technical difficulties with the live stream, so we're just going to go and do just a regular video, because you can't do nothing against the word, So it's still, the show goes on regardless. But, we're just going to go in the spirit and flow, see whatever the Lord brings out. Go ahead, brothers, whatever y'all have.
You have something?
You guys on? Go ahead.
I'll just bring this up. You can bring up your head. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Baruch 3 and 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments."
So, hey, that right there is clear indication of who the Israelites are, man. Okay, because read that again, Brother Bashar.
Okay. Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity."
We are still this day, still in our captivity, man. Okay, and who's still in captivity in the modern time right now, man? It's the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're still in the lands where we were taken during the time of the whole slave trade. Okay, the so-called Negroes that got took from the west coast of Africa and they got brought over here to the Americas. Guess what? We're still here in America.
And we're still in physical captivity or slavery, because what they never said, okay, well, you guys can go, you're free to go, you can go back to where you came from, or you can just go do your thing. No, they covered it up, or they fronted and said, look, we're gonna do the Emancipation Proclamation, which that was nothing but a transfer of power, all right, or a transfer of ownership. So now instead of being a private owned slave, now you're the government owned slave. So technically, there was no such thing as a liberation of the slaves,
And they never even told us that we were the Israelites. This whole time they got us over here, calling you Negroes and black and all these different things, But at the same time, they had like the brother said, so-called made us free. But at that time, if they really wanted to make them free, us free, what they should have did was sent us back home.
All right, because that's the main prison, the prison of your mind. You don't know who you are, then shit. You ain't going nowhere,
And they knew who we are. And the whole world knew that we were the Israelites. The whole world knew. All these different nations knew that. All right, whether you was the Arabs, all right, East Indians, they knew that the so-called white man had the Israelites in captivity. All right, even the Egyptian president said that shit. All right, even Hitler knew that shit. Okay, this is something that this wasn't secret knowledge, but it was secret to you, Jake. All right, and now Jake is just now starting to find out within the past 50 years. Reading again, Baruch chapter 3, verse 8. "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, to be subject to payments."
Subject to payments. Go ahead.
"According to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power."
Yeah, because ultimately the reason why we're going through these things, not just the subject unto payments, is because of the iniquities of our fathers. Okay, really ourselves, because we are our fathers reincarnated. All right, for those that have ears to hear.
Yep.
All right, but what? We are subject unto payments, man. In every single way that you can imagine here in America, really the whole entire earth, but more so here in America, we are subject onto payments, man. You get taxed on the money you earn, and then you get taxed on the money that you have when you go to the store, man. Okay? You get taxed on your paychecks. They take the money from your tax, and then that money that they took from your taxes, on your checks, they tax you on that.
Yeah, they tax your taxes.
Yeah, they take you tax your taxes. That's wicked as hell. You can't. There's no way you can really win in this society unless you part of them. All right, Jake. This world isn't for Jake. There's no way Jake can really succeed here. There's gonna be a ceiling. Every time you get so high, you're gonna run into a ceiling here, unless you do something for these Edomites, which is completely against the Holy Scriptures. All right, in order for you to actually do something in this world. But it said at the end, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. So our fathers, our ancestors, what they departed from the righteousness of of the Holy Scriptures, all right, of the law of the Lord, all right. They did their own thing. They worship idols, all right. They followed after the heathen. So because of that, the Lord put us in captivity. Real quick, if I could, Isaiah 59. I'm gonna start at the top and just read a couple of verses here. It says, "Behold, the Lord's hand is not shortened that it cannot save, neither his ear heavy that it cannot hear. But your iniquities have separated between you and your power, and your sins have hid his face from you, that he will not hear." So because of what our ancestors had done in the past, which has fallen upon us, and like the brother said, we are ancestors coming back in the reincarnation. Because of that, look, there's no way that we can actually make a living out here, according righteousness. Okay, this place has to be taken down for righteousness to actually reign supreme. But because we are separated from our power, we're in such a low state. It says, and your sins have he hid his face from you, and he will not hear. So the Lord ain't hearing you because you walk in the sin. You could say you go to church 5 times a week or whatever the case is, but you're not living righteously. So what the Lord do? He hid his face from us. Go ahead.
Because ultimately, like we read earlier, or we spoke about earlier, going into the curses. Okay, so let me get this real quick in Deuteronomy, unless you had something real quick, brother.
I'll just read this just to land back on what he said. This is Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 25. It says, I'll start at verse, I'll get straight to the point. Verse 25, it says, "Your iniquities have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you." So that's exactly what the brother said, and the scripture says. So it was really our own iniquities that didn't allow us to inherit the blessings, man. When we read in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, verses 1 through 14, we didn't get those blessings because of our own disobedience. Now we understand that it was all set up according to prophecy. All right, we're in this flesh, so we weren't going to be able to fulfill it. That the Lord would eventually give us those things, all right, once he destroys this place and gives us the new covenant with the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts. But that lets you know that sin separates us from the Lord. But when we aren't able to sin anymore with the new covenant, then all those blessings are going to rain upon us, man.
Because Isaiah 55 and 11 says, "My word shall not return unto me void." And the Lord promised unto Abraham that his seed would inherit that land, man. Okay, so we was promised that we would inherit that land. Okay, and we never really fully had that grasp of that land over there. We always were at war with other nations. Okay, while we were trying to get everything settled. Okay, but real quick to go with what you just read about or what you were just saying about the blessings. This is Deuteronomy 28 verse 45. It says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee." So like the brother just read, man, all these things came upon us because we didn't keep those we didn't keep the laws, the sins. We're subject onto payments. Okay, now we're working with bags with holes in it. Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6, or verse 5. It says, "Now therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much, and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes."
You're always behind. All right. Yeah, Jay go out there, they work their ass off, but when you bring those wages home, you gotta delegate this amount for this bill. All right, you gotta pay this cat back. You gotta put gas in your car so you can go to work the next day. All right, you gotta buy food to feed your family.
Well, before you even get the money, they take money out. That's a bag full of holes. Then he's handing you a bag of money that has a hole in it. Because he already took money out.
Yeah, he had a little hand in the cookie jar, that little red ass hand, and he took out a little percentage of your thing. He said, "Oh, we're gonna take this out for your Social Security, so when you can retire or something." And then when you get then you old and you try to retire, and you get a measly
$500 a month.
Or shit, they'll take money out for Medicaid and some shit that you've never even heard of.
Right.
But you don't even have Medicaid.
FICA,
You know?
you know, some dumb shit, man. But go ahead, you got it.
You know, like if you mind reading that precept again, Baba Kishar?
Come, this is Haggai chapter 1 and verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
So like real quick, he said, you sow much but bring in little, man. You know, that's that work that we put in into whatever job that you might have. But when it comes time for you to get paid, all that hard ass work that you put in, it really ain't worth it, man. For the little money that you getting, you know, you got brothers that Jake's out there. I mean, you know, Israelites that are making decent money. But even that, the amount of studying that they had to do to go to school, the amount of debt that they're in, just to be able to make that amount of money, it really isn't worth it, man.
That's it.
Okay. They're not happy. No one's happy out here, man. You can make all the money in the world, but you know, you're still not going to be satisfied of what you have out here in the world. Right? You're still looking for something, for some sort of satisfaction, because Jake don't know who he is. Jake don't know where he's going. He just knows he got to go to college. He has to marry, you know, and all these things like that. You know, get good grades and all these things like that. But he doesn't know what he's looking for. Jake always tries to find out, go deep, but he runs into holes. You know, he runs into walls rather.
Mm-hmm. And not only that too, you come out fresh out of college. Let's just say you got full ride scholarship, right? You get a good job. You become, let's just say, a lawyer, man. So you making a good amount of money, right? You making decent, good money. But what happens? The more money you make, the higher the taxes are that they take from your checks, right? So then,
except if you're mega rich.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you Esau and you own corporations, they ain't gonna tax you. You know, when you win 0% taxes on it. But then, not only are they taxing you more, the more money you make, but then at the end of the year, you're not getting that money back. You have to pay even more. You have to pay even more taxes to the government, man. You know, that's where what is it? I forget exactly. You just have to pay taxes on the money you've made in that year, man, because you passed a certain bracket, man. That's how wicked this fucking society is, man.
I got a quick question. You were saying that you're doing all these things, you're not really reaping the benefits of just Deuteronomy 28. Back in Deuteronomy 28, in verse 38, thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. Thou shalt plant vineyards and dress them, but thou shalt neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worms shall eat them. Thou shalt have olive trees throughout all thy coast, but thou shalt not anoint thyself with the oil, for thine oil shall cast his fruit.
Yep. And real quick, it said that verse 38 says, thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little. Look at Issachar for a good example of that, man. Issachar be working these farms till his fingernails fall off, man. All right, planting seeds, you know, digging the hole, you know, using the machinery to dig the plotting the land, you know, basically, so that they can plant the seeds, you know, busting their ass out there in the hot end field. But then what do they make of that? You know, a couple bucks a day or a couple bucks an hour, like $6 or 7 hours, because they don't have no papers, you know, and so they making little money because when that seed where it said so like let me pull it up again. It says, and shall gather but little in. What you're gathering in is that profit, okay? Because when you get, let's just say you're growing fruits, you're gonna sell that fruit and you're gonna get money from it, right? So when you laboring in today's workforce, you're laboring to receive some money. So when you're gathering in little, man, for all that work that you did.
David, real quick, David, like the main people that work at restaurants and what, like making the kitchen, a lot of them be Jakes. What? Try to take some food home. Your ass gonna be shit canned out of there, man. So all this labor you putting in, and you know, here it is, you building houses, like all these houses that Judah and Issachar be building. They not living in those mansions.
That's under the curses.
Exactly. Yeah, you should build a house and not dwell in there. You know, so roughly papers. But that, you know, this is a one of the effects of captivity. All right. That's how you know that we're still in captivity. Because we building skyscrapers, you know, Jake is building everything you see around you. All right, the roads, the bridges, and everything. But this ain't for you. You know, you're not benefiting from it. You know, they're paying you the minimum wage that they can. If they could, they wouldn't pay you a damn thing, you know. like they used to do. You know, but what now they've invented the fiat currency to make you feel a little better about yourself, so you don't think that you're in captivity. Go ahead, Deborah.
Come, I got this real quick. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 13. It says, "Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning."
You're supposed to pay somebody that day, not 2 weeks or a week later or a month later. All right, you're supposed to pay them that very day before they leave. You know, they supposed to walk out with their payment, okay, with their wages.
That's right.
All right, because when you leave your job, whatever it may be, you're not getting wages, okay. Matter of fact, let me look up that word right quick. Wages. Yeah. Read that again, Bible Sean.
Yeah, Con, this is Leviticus 19 and 13. It says, "Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning."
What was that precept, like?
Leviticus 19 and 13. And just in the meantime, because I had looked up that word defraud, and that word defraud in the blue letter, it says to press upon, oppress, violate, defraud, do violence, get deceitfully, wrong, extort. All right, to oppress, wrong, extort, to be exploited, be crushed. Right. So this is what they do, man. At these jobs, all the examples the brothers were going into, they aren't paying us for the actual labor that we're worth. Like even in school, like for instance, like hey, the work that a student athlete puts in, which the majority of them are Jake's football, basketball, right? Just even in that aspect, man, they're bringing in millions, all right, hundreds of thousands each game, man. All right. Hey, them Jakes, hey, I played with cats in school. Hey, there's times we couldn't even pay our rent, man. You know. That's robbery, man. You know what I'm saying? And then even with Issachar on the job, they building these nice ass houses, man. All right, because they Issachar, I would give them $9 an hour. You know what I'm saying? That's robbery, man. You know.
And they live in a house that's like made in the 40s or the 50s. That's all run down.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what they can afford. But they build these extravagant structures. You know, who's going in there? You know, nothing but the heathen.
Right.
You know, like Edomites.
And that's why the scripture says in the book of Daniel that they shall wear out the saints of the Most High, man. Hey, they've been wearing us out. You know, when you look up that word, I'll just read the precept if I may real quick. This is Daniel chapter 7 verse 25. It says, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High." This is speaking of America. It says, "And shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of times." And just to focus on that. That term, wear out the saints, right? It's the Hebrew word bala'ah. It says to wear away, wear out, to harass constantly, all right? And that's what happens in this society, man, in all aspects, from the wages, all right, that we receive, man, all right, from the oppression of our people, you know, taxes, so on and so forth. Bill collectors, right? Hey, that's all that is. This is a constant harassment, man, in every aspect, man. Shoot, hey, even at times, right? Let's say you get whatever's left over from Esau taking your taxes, and then he's taxing everything that you buy. Hey, this devil at any point he can come repossess your shit. You know, put you in debt. All right. You know, this is an oppressive system, man.
Yep. Hey, real quick, going into that wearing out the saints. Damn, the idea just escaped my mind.
I hate when that happens. No, I hate when that happens. I got a quick precept. Maybe it'll pull up.
Okay.
This is Lamentations chapter 5. I'll start at the top. The points in verse 4. Lamentations 5:1. "Remember, O Lord Yahweh, what is come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows." Verse 4. "We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us." You know, so
our wood
is sold unto us. We drink. We have to pay for our water to drink. Okay, it ain't nothing out here free for you laborers. All right, you Jake are just laborers to the rest of the world. Whether you laboring hard labor or you entertaining these fools. All right, whatever it is, you're not making enough to really live. You gotta pay. You gotta pay for things that should be free, like water, like the wood, like the land.
Right.
You know, you gotta pay someone else for land that has trees on it already. What do you mean I gotta pay for that? Ain't nobody living in it.
And here it is, you buy a house, and then they make you pay a land tax. All right. I remember when it might have been like a year back. All right. The brother, one of the brothers up in our camp, he had parked in the grass on his yard, man. I believe it was either the grass on his yard or on the sidewalk in front of his crib. Hey, Esau came by and gave him a ticket for parking in his own grass, man.
There's like a deed restricted area. You can't park on the grass. You can't have a boat.
Well, you gotta ask permission to plant a pumpkin shit. If you want to put a fence up, you gotta ask permission.
Yep.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like I was thinking about putting a fence around my crib, a little privacy fence. You can't put it in front of your crib. All right, you gotta have a permit.
Yep.
You gotta pay this amount of money to do it. It's like, goddamn, I don't even want the fence no more.
Yeah, permission. You gotta have a surveyor come out there. They gotta look at your land, and it's always like,
Right.
I'll put some chicken wire around that bitch.
And then there's a come, some other neighbor will snitch on you,
Yeah,
and
the
then
home
next,
association.
they come over there and they're gonna knock on your door, and then they're gonna bring police next time. That's not the way to live, bros.
Yep. Real quick, were you done on that?
I just read that. Yeah,
Okay.
You read it?
Were you finished on that, bro?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, Con, let me get this real quick one, because you were talking about they took our wood,
Our wood, yep.
we paid for our wood and stuff.
Yep.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. It says, because thou servest not the Lord thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. And Job 9:24 said, the earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. So Esau, Edom, has control of all the resources. He has control of the oil. He has control of the electricity, the water, the food. Okay, all that. It was created so that if you want to go out into the field and you see an apple tree, you should be able to pick that. But Esau has made it to where you can't do those things. You have to go to the grocery store if you want to buy an apple, because Esau don't plant the apple trees out here like that.
Well, and if you do, he's gonna come and give you a penalty for it. He's gonna you violated his penal code.
Yep. You growing vegetables in your backyard?
That's
You
illegal.
got did you get approved for that?
Illegal.
You got chickens? Did you got a permit for those chickens? Like damn.
Oh, God forbid you try to catch rainwater, so you're gonna pay for water. Oh, you can throw in jail. They'll throw you in the cage. They'll put you in the cage for that. This is what you gotta look at it. You gotta look at the spiritually. Yeah, it's jail. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, you're gonna go to jail for water that falls out of the sky. They're gonna put you in jail for that, and then throw a fine over there, and they're gonna rip everything down. That's you gotta look at that like this is something like this is spiritual. These are the wicked in the Bible, man.
And those you never own nothing either, because you can buy a house cash money.
Right.
Don't pay the taxes that next year. See if it's gonna be your house.
Right.
Somebody gonna come in there and pay the taxes for you and move you out of there, or try to buy the house cash and then try to add a balcony or extra room, without permission.
OSHA come out there and have you destroy that whole shit.
Yep.
And you ain't getting your money back.
Well, shit. Get a car and just start driving that bitch. Shit.
You see what happens.
Nigga, then you might get killed.
Yeah.
Cops pull you over, they might kill you.
You bobble a line or something like that, and then you get pulled over by some goddamn cop that's been sitting in the bushes waiting for a nigga to pass by. Fine, and you ain't got no license. This ain't your car. Oh, it's not registered. I pay for it. You mean it's not registered? Right. I pay for it. That you need to. Why do I gotta prove to you? Why do I gotta prove to you? Who are you? You're not my dad, but they the bosses. They the centurions, man.
And what proves that, just even with cars, like a damn, you can have your car parked somewhere, and then Esau, he come and just tow your shit, and then the nigga just make you pay however the nigga wants you to pay that day.
It's extortion. It's extortion.
Right. I'm like, what is this not the equivalent of a nigga just stealing my car?
Yeah.
Like if a nigga comes and steals my car and leaves off with the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Remember the shit in Miami when we was in Miami? The car, we had to go find the car. We didn't know where the car was at. We had to go clues.
That's that.
Right.
You just took my car without my permission.
Right. I don't know where it's at.
Well, there was a sign here that says you do not park.
And then yes,
It's confusing as hell.
A nigga rob your car and then tell you gotta pay for it back. They're gonna give you theft, grand theft auto, and extortion.
Right.
Yeah.
You saw shit like, yeah, nah, this is mine, man. Hey, I'll give it back to you, 400.
Yeah. Or like a tow truck driver, that nigga, he might just hook you up, and then you out there in time. He's like, well, it's policy, I can't let it go. Yeah. But if you give me $250, I can drop it, or you can pay $500 at the lot. Like, damn, bro, that's a gimmick.
Real quick here, just to touch on that, 1 Corinthians 6:9, it says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves of mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God." So the Most High looks at extortion as a wicked thing, man. And that's what a lot of our people they take part in doing that too. But what did they learn that from? They learned that from the so-called white man.
Well, that's the MO of the police department. They catch you doing something, they're gonna extort you because what? You gotta either pay a ticket, pay a fine, or get bailed out.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're gonna end up in jail. Maybe not have to get bailed out, but what? They give you a court date where you're gonna end up paying money either way. So it's a game, that they got, and all because they have a badge.
It's a racket.
But imagine if somebody walked up to you, asking you those kind of questions. Who are you? Where you coming from? Where you going?
Right.
You got anything I need to know about on you? But since they have a badge, which is the enemy, the enemy set up that whole system, whether it's Jake or not, partaking in it. Imagine if a random person came up to you and asked the kind of questions police ask. You're like, who the fuck are you?
Right.
But since they have a badge, they're liable to kill you. You don't cooperate with it. Yep.
It's funny you got it up there. That dude right there, James Freeman, right there.
Okay, yeah. That's what I've been watching.
He go in on the police, man.
He be asking.
He do that. He flip.
Where you coming from?
Where he look like a so-called white man, so he can get away with that without losing his life. See, that's just how it works. But that was it on that. Matter of fact, you have something, bro?
Yeah, I got something.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, it's just a quick
Go
one.
ahead, go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's the situation, or that's why the world is in the situation that it's in, is because the wicked is ruling, man. The entire earth is just fed up with the nonsense of what this damn devil Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is doing, man.
But that's why it talks about the unrighteous decrees. So you got a spirit.
always works out.
This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness, which they have prescribed." Right. Meaning that they wrote these things down, man, and put it in the law. That's why the scripture says he frameth mischief by the law.
Bro, that's cold too, because look, Esau is the complete opposite of what the Lord sets up, right? The Lord sets up his laws that is righteous, and he said the scriptures say the love is the keeping of the commandments and they are not grievous.
That's right.
But what Esau's laws are grievous, man.
Grievous.
Come on, man. You run a stop sign,
Right.
Come on, man.
That's like how the rent, dog. Like, what the fuck I'm gonna do? And if I don't pay it, then I might get my license taken away.
Yep.
And if I don't have my license, then I can't go to work. And if I get caught driving without license, something might happen. I might get locked up.
Or you might die.
Right.
Yeah, that might be it. My mom's gonna find out I got killed by the police.
Right. This is the world we live in. Like you from those unrighteous decrees that are grievous, you're liable to get killed. For all the so-called, beginning with the so-called Negro, the Latinos, and Native American. According to this man's laws, which is he has libraries filled with books about his laws. The Lord has one book containing his law. Okay, this man's laws is to kill you, Israelites, man. Yep. At the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. And just to back you up, verse 2, it says, "To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor, my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." So that's right, man. So all these laws and madness, man, that's set up to oppress our people even furthermore, man.
And it says fathers, meaning that we don't have our Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we don't have Yahweh, the Most High on our side right now.
And physically too. The majority of our people grew up without fathers.
Go back to the curses.
Yep.
That's right.
And he shall leave them. The father shall leave them. So that's talking about you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Yeah, Esau. Now they starting to because the curse is coming on. But
yeah, I got it right here too.
Esau, man, they growing up in the white picket fence with the dog house in the back and the Addams family, or not the Addams family, the Brady Bunch type shit.
Yeah.
Because in the book of Second Ezra, I forget exactly which chapter, but it talks about how they had Babylon flowing wealth. Right now, what I was talking about way back then, But even applied into now, man, they flow in wealth in the book of Psalms. I believe it's the 78th chapter, talks about they aren't in trouble as other men. You know? Hey, these cats, they comfortable, man. The Spirit had me do a lesson earlier where I walked around one of these affluent neighborhoods, and it was some nice ass cribs, man.
Crazy shit, bro. Like you ain't seen that shit in the hood, bro.
Man, nice as hell, man. Walk by, you know,
water and shit.
Hey, they sitting on the whatever river that is behind them or whatever the case may be. It was nice as hell, but they comfortable. Peace in their cribs and their households. They don't wake up and hear gunshots. All right, they ain't worried about like, damn, am I gonna have enough to pay my rent? They ain't thinking about none of that, man.
That's not even on their mind.
Right.
What about how they gonna pay their rent? Now they got a big Infinity truck out sitting outside, Cadillac.
F-350.
Big dude.
Paid off.
Yeah,
paid off.
And they just paid off. Their child, they turn 16. They get the nigga a Range Rover and shit like that, man. They comfortable. College. It's okay. They can have it because what we get is gonna be way greater than any of this madness, man.
But our shed, a lot of that's now they're starting to lose all that because you know all these curses starting to fall upon the enemies now. So we starting to see instances now where Jake is figuring out who they are. All right, you know they locked up all goddamn day, so they ain't running into the Israelite videos, and so now they figure out, you know, oh, I'm an Israelite, you know. Now all this black power, this black shit, now this whole black stuff is starting to come back out, and on top of that, what, the dollar's falling apart, all these businesses are falling apart. A lot of these mom and pop businesses, they're owned by Edomites.
Yeah.
You know, now that's just starting to fail now. So now these Edomites that own these bars, these little bars that've been there since the 80s or whatever the case is, you know, they can't keep that shit open. They can't pay their employees no more. So now you know what it's like to be a nigga. You know what it's like to fail now.
Kind of like the movie Martin Lawrence was in. He hopped in the taxi with the gun. Like, welcome to hell, bitch. and now you about to realize what we was been suffering for all these years, man. We living paycheck to paycheck, eating bread with butter, you know, because you got nothing else.
Butter sandwich, yeah. You know, like the scripture says in Jeremiah chapter 30, where it says, "Why criest thou for thy iniquity?" That's talking about Jake. But now we can flip that over to you Edomites, man. Because now you eat. Yeah, because you Edomites, you know, now you start to cry, you know, oh, it's black power, Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. What about us? Yeah, now you crying. All right, but what you was going off. You had people in slavery. All right, you did so much wickedness. You destroyed this whole land, this beautiful America. You destroyed it. Okay, and I say America. I'm just talking about the land mass. You know, where Gad and Reuben and Issachar, everybody was living here. It was gold running on. You destroyed this place, man. All right, so now because your iniquities, you're gonna have to feel what the Yahweh Shem Yahshua has in store for you. Just like we had to drink the cup. Now you're gonna have to drink the cup.
Tough luck. Just like you know, like back in like segregation and even before that too. You know, we couldn't go into all white restaurants and, you know, they had the signs that said no Negroes, no Mexicans, no Puerto Ricans, no dogs. And, you know, you had your own water fountains, shitty water fountains, the Flint water fountains, you know.
Right.
So now, you know, Esau's complaining, you know, like Officer Karen McMuffin, she complaining because she had to wait in line.
That shit hilarious, bro.
Like, what about when we had to, you know, get humiliated because you had to sit, you know, in a certain table or whatever the case may be. Well,
no Puerto Ricans, no dogs. You liken onto a dog. What about that? You crying because of goddamn McMuffin?
Yeah, McMuffin is.
You crying? You crying? Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. But you know what? That's just showing you. Let's just read the scripture. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord Yahweh, thy power, talking about the Israelites' power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And we already know who our enemy is according to the scriptures, according to the book of Baruch, chapter 4, according to Deuteronomy, chapter 28, tell you who your enemy is. Okay? So those curses that are upon us right now, they're going to shift over to our enemies. All right? Mainly the so-called white man, because he's the one running the show. All right? Or so he thinks. Okay? But now that power is starting to slip out of his hands, and he doesn't know what to do with it. When you start losing power, you start freaking out. So what's this man gonna do? He's gonna start showing his horns. He's gonna be like, you know what?
Come down with great wrath.
Yeah. Martial law, military. You know, he's gonna be like, yes, I am the devil. You were right the whole time. What are you gonna do about it?
What he's gonna start doing suicide. Like he used to say that what's it called, Arabs or whatever, Islam. they were suicide bombers. Well, that's what Esau is. He gonna kill, if he gotta take himself out just to take everybody with him. That's exactly what he's gonna do.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does it like Esau's the main suicide bomber, man. Absolutely. Yeah, he's the one that goes up in the office building and shoots everybody in that bitch and kills himself. You know, he does that shit. He'll kill his own people just to get one dude, just to get one Arab. He'll kill a whole bunch of collateral damage.
Blow a whole building.
Yeah, you know,
one person.
Blow up a goddamn wedding. You know, this is the devil, man.
Hey, well, just to back you up, the example is in our history with Haman, man. Haman was so upset at Mordecai, he was like, man, I'll kill all the Jews, man. I don't just want Mordecai, I want his family, I want his children, I want everybody.
He made all them gallows.
Right.
And him and his family got killed for that.
That's right.
And that's what's happening with Esau, man.
And when he was wanting to kill all the sons,
oh yeah.
he's like, you know, just kill them all, you know, because we don't know who the Messiah. We just kill whoever, just kill them all. You'll get them. You know, so I mean, that's this man. He runs the world, and you want to be hand in hand with this dude, like he's your buddy because you went to high school with the dude, man. They're all the devil, bro. And we've been trying to tell you. Now you stuck at home, quarantine type shit. Now you watching the videos. You're like, you know what? Yeah, maybe they right. Yeah, we've been right, man. We've been telling you this.
Yeah, that's why we've been hitting on that Sirach 12. Never trust thine enemy. Because look, he might be out there. This motherfucker will stand next to you talking about Black Lives Matter, and the whole time he thinking about this fucking nigger. Right. You know, he don't give a shit about you, man. He just want to be out there, so you still think he's cool with you, man.
But they caught him doing that,
because he know you can beat his ass.
Yeah, they caught him doing that. They're out there with spray paint Black Lives Matter, and then when they get called out by Jake, like, why you doing that? They gonna blame us for that shit. They don't say nothing. They don't apologize or none of that shit, man. They keep it moving because they don't care. They really don't care. They're your enemy. Just like they go crouching. You know, like I said, they humble themselves, go as crouching. Oh, you know what they did last week? All the police or whatever got on their knees and was begging for forgiveness and all that.
The same niggas that are killing you in the streets, just because they take a knee don't mean they ain't gonna continue to kill you.
Playing with it too much, man. Go ahead, bros.
Was there more on that?
That was it. I just wanted to get that one verse.
You got something?
No, I got a long one. So
all right, Con. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom."
Man, I just had that too.
Yeah, that's weird. It
says that time's is damn near up for them.
Mm-hmm.
Your time's run out because look, the second wave of coronavirus is back.
Right.
If you didn't take advantage of this little gap you had, man, you shit out of luck.
Yeah, it's only downhill.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse for you. All right, and you know they had the bars, the restaurants open up again, but look, the show is over, man. The curtains is about to close. All right. That's why we've been telling you for years, max your credit cards out.
Yeah,
go live your life. You didn't take heed to the prophets, man. We were trying to help you out. You saw that.
That's real too, man, because that's prophecy. Do it, yeah. Be a demon. Go rape the kid.
Go do some skydiving.
Yeah, go do that shit. Do all that shit, that freaky shit you like to do. Be gay. Do all that. Go buy fast cars. You know, and speed. Do whatever you want to do. You're not gonna get in trouble. Do what you want to do. Read it again.
It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom."
Yeah, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. This is your world. This is your world. You better live it up to like a king you are, because you are the king of this world. You better live it up like the king you are, because it's going to take it for you. Read on.
"That dwellest in the land of Uz. Mm-hmm. The cup also shall pass through unto thee."
Yeah, so you know, like the brothers are saying, man, you know, live it up, bro, because the cup is talking about ain't just a couple of juice, gin and juice. Ain't no chasing this thing, man. Because that cup is gonna be a hard mixture, and you're gonna have to drink that. Like we had to drink it. The Mexicans and Dominicans and the Matuchi tribes down there in Chile, niggas, they had to drink that cup, and it was a rough shot, but we drank it, and we still here, we still living. Go ahead, bro.
Right, just to back up what that cup is, this is Isaiah 51:17. "Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord Yahweh the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out." So that cup is symbolic for the cup of fury, the wrath, the curses that we had to suffer, man.
The captivity.
That's right. That's right.
Because that's the main thing. Because what after we went off, what we going to captivity after captivity, and all these curses came in, were part of the captivity we had to go through. So now guess what? Guess who's going into captivity so you can drink of that cup?
You.
Yeah,
you.
And I'm going to jump down and then jump back to that lamentation. Isaiah 51:22. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, thy power, and thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again, but I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee.
Who did that? Who afflicted you? Yeah, and you can't be like on some when we afflict each other. No, who is it talking about?
well, you're not in slavery now.
Yeah, that's how y'all cats be talking, man. Who is that talking about? Who afflicted the nation? Who afflicted so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans? What do they look like? Let's be real. Let's get simple. We want to get simple. What color is their skin? Let's be simple. What do their hair look? Just talk about the so-called whites. Talking about Edomites.
Well, they teach you that in school. They just don't tell you who it was done unto. They just say, oh, well, the conquistadors came over here, and then, they discovered the land, and the pilgrims came over here, and, America was... Wait a minute, hold on now. There's a lot of details, major details here that is important to this story. You can't just say, well, the red fish, blue fish, one fish, two fish, and that's it. Wait a minute, that's the title of the story, but what happened in the story? You're talking about America. Well, how did America get established?
Potatoes, man.
How did we get in this situation right now?
He said conquistador. Where did they come from? Spain.
What does conquistador mean?
Yeah, conquerors. Exactly. And what do they speak in Spain? They
what
speak
did they
Spanish.
conquer?
Why did all these people in Central America and South America and North America speak Spanish? Where did they get that from? Why are they speaking that and not speaking their own language?
And like you said, the conquistadors, they didn't conquer the land. They didn't come here to fight the land.
Trees.
Fucking up the trees. Shooting the trees.
Chicken sand.
Yeah, there was people here, all right, and North, Central, South America, the West Indies as they call them, the Caribbean islands, okay, and then they forcefully brought the Southern Kingdom over here, man, by the sword, in horrible conditions.
A nation of fierce countenance, as the scripture says.
That's a shameful past, man. Like let's say you see a murderer. This nigga got all his record goes through the roof. His man is known for murder, rape, robbery. What else?
Theft.
Everything.
Multiple occasions.
38 accounts of this, 82 accounts of that. This you're not gonna be his best friend. You're not gonna want to hang out with him. But what? 2/3 of our people want to be hanging out with the worst criminal on the block. And guess who's the worst criminal? The red man, and he's been caught red-handed.
That's right. It says, verse 23. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground and as the street to them that went over. But that was just to back up what that cup was. So it's all those curses like the brothers was going into. This is back in Lamentation 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked.
You're exposed. You're gonna be revealed for the devil you are. And all these other nations see it now. And they've been seeing it, but now it's to the point where all these nations have all this military might now. It's just like, you know what? Y'all crackers are wicked. You don't come over. We're not doing business with you no more. Fuck your dollar. Fuck all that shit. So you're naked, and on top of that, now the Israelites are waking up.
That's right.
And it's the worst the worst people of Edom, which is the Americans, which ultimately the worst tribe is Amalek. We understand that, but the worst people of Esau right now living today are right here in America, because even the other Edomites hate you, man. That's how you know the curses are coming upon you, man, because that's how it used to happen to our people. The evil eye towards your brother. British people, French people, whatever country, Switzerland, they fucking despise you Americans, man.
They just hated you.
And then like Karen, she I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Yeah.
She was talking that shit, talking about I'm tired of seeing. I forgot what she said, but she was like, why don't you go to another country and see how they treat you Negroes over there? They're gonna treat you better than America. What you mean?
You white crackers.
Shit.
Yeah, they're gonna treat us like, they're gonna like us, man. You got flavor and all that. Go ahead.
It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Yeah, you Israelites. So now it's over. Once they start drinking in the cup, that means all punishment is over. We don't have to go through. Keep reading.
It says, he will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sin.
That's right. So now the cup is moved over to you. He's not mad at us no more. We're out of timeout now. We can go out and play now. But you, look what you did. Now you're in trouble. And we've been telling you that this was gonna happen. You know, we just said, Moses will go to Pharaoh and say, you gotta let my people go. You know, and he eventually did. But then what did the Lord do? He hardened his heart, and now he's mad. The Lord's is harder than you Edomite's heart with this pride. You know, and his pride has blinded you. You are so proud that you were deceiving your own damn selves. The Lord is deceived. The deceiver belongs to the Lord regardless.
Because that's what it is, like you said. He's hardening their heart, so it can be that much better when he brings them down, like he did with Egypt. The modern day Egyptians is the modern Pharaoh, all right, of Egypt, and the modern Egyptians is mainly Esau Edom.
Yo, bro, check it, man. When the Lord is ready to take you Edomites out, man, it's gonna be so beautiful. It's gonna be because you are at the pinnacle of your power right now. And then when the Lord does His thing, man, you're gonna know humility. You're gonna know what it's like to lose now.
At noonday.
Bro, man, y'all gonna lose badly, bro.
I got a quick precept
Yeah.
to go with what the brother just finished up. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. All right, and that's what all the nations have done to Jacob, but primarily Esau, Edom, man. They spoiled us, they devoured us. Okay, they've put us into captivity. Okay, they've preyed on us, man. You know, they put Jake. You know, Esau, Edom will create a certain system so that Jake will fall into it, thinking Jake is gonna, Jake thinking he's gonna, come up, and then you just fall into a debt trap, man. You know, or you fall into a situation to where you have to, you lose your kids or you get arrested, all because of because this whole financial system that Esau has created against Jake. Okay, because this financial system wasn't created for Jake, man. It was created for Esau to make his money.
Yep.
Okay, but you, Jakes, this system wasn't created for y'all. That's why the majority of you, Jake, have to resort to crime, because you can't make it in this financial system. So you have to resort to stealing. You have to resort to scheming.
Real talk.
Okay.
Because Esau, he knows the way around the system. Like if you say you have a student loan, like this is going back to like the 80s. They knew that, look, all I gotta do is pay the minimum payment for 25 years, and then they can get it down to like $5, $10, whatever the case may be, and then they'll just pay every month $5 for 25 years, and then after the 25 years, they throw the debt out. Jake don't know that.
Right.
So Jake won't pay a goddamn penny, or he's trying to pay the most, and then he might start missing payments, and then you're gonna die in debt. But Esau, that should get wiped away. Like the people, the Esau that went to racked all of them shit up for college in the 80s and the 90s, they're debt free right now.
Yeah.
Because the system was created for them, and they know the secrets of the system, so to say, and they pass it down to their children, and they don't share them secrets with everybody.
Well, now I was going to add, because I know that exact example, because when I was in school, one of my coaches, I remember asking him, I was like, damn, how much you're, because he was like, yeah, man, well, you got to pay your student loans and this and that and that. I was like, how much is your student loans? He was like, man, I pay $25 a month.
Exactly.
I was like, 25 a month?
You pay $250 a month.
Bro, and so then in my mind, when he told me that, I'm like, oh, so when you get out of school, you can just pretty much set it down to be that low. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like you decided or whatnot. And then I'm hearing people like, oh, no, I got to pay 100 and something to him. I'm like, how are y'all paying this? And my coach, he talking about he only paying $25 a month. And he said it with a whole smirk and smile, but like you said, like they understood that system. Mm-hmm. And of course it was different back then. But at the end of the day, that whole system is set up so that Jake can't thrive.
Exactly.
And really, you Jake, you Israelites out there, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you only just came into starting to learn Esau's financial system in like the 60s,
if that's
the 70s.
Yeah.
So this man has been working on this system for 400 years. shit, for even from you can even go back as far as Rome, man. Esau had a financial system in play, okay, with with the currencies and coming up with ways to tax, the people so that he could continue to make money off the people and not have to worry about anything. Buying up the land. We were going into that history lesson today, and what he was saying about the soldiers, they couldn't pay for the land because they were going on so far. So then who would take over would be the Rome. They would
back
take
to Egypt.
Right.
What happened during the time of the famine? People got so desperate that they started selling the possessions, then the land, then themselves. That's the condition you find yourselves in today.
And they'll keep you, Jake, under that spell. Like, okay, well, that religion, you Christian, and you're stuck on that. Like, you're not even trying to figure out. You're just like, oh, God loves everybody. You're just on that. Well, Esau's over here. He's scheming and doing all
Burns and shit.
Yeah, twiddling his fingers, smoking a cigar on the 185th floor. Well, you down here, you're looking for a blunt.
I got a precept. There's a couple precepts here.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 13, and I'm gonna start at verse 3. Sirach 13:3, it says, "The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also." And you go into that word entreat, it means to let me pull it up here. It says to enter into negotiations, and then this is a good point too.
You fall back on payments. You got to enter into you got to set up a payment plan and do this. You got to jump through the fire
with a higher interest rate.
Yeah, you got to jump through the hula hoop on fire.
Yep.
While this man he just like fuck it. He and then what happened like the 2008 the crisis? What was it?
The housing crisis.
Who got bailed out? The rich, the rich man.
Well, even an example, it was like a few months back. I had switched my phone. I got another Sprint phone and whatnot, and then I had called my and since I got a new phone, the old one that I had, I was like, look, y'all can take this back. I'm trading it in. I'm gonna cancel my service. So I gave them a call. I canceled my service, right? So then 2 months later, I look at my bill and I'm still getting charged for this old line, right? So I called them and I tried to set it out. I'm like, look, I called on this date to get my cancel my line. It still didn't get canceled and this and that and the third. So I got done wrong, but I still had to entreat. They were sitting there acting like they ain't trying to give me my money back for it. I'm like, this is an error that y'all made, but I'm sitting here got to plead it for y'all.
And then you can't get an attitude with them because then they're gonna come up with some way to hang up on you.
Right.
Going into that word entreat, it says to treat someone in a certain way. Right. So here it is. You were in chains and getting your backlash, but you still had to call him master. You still had to say sir.
Yes.
And it's the same thing to this day. Mm-hmm. Esau tell you go to look for a job and you desperately need that job because you struggling. You getting a second job. And Esau look at you and know you struggling, and he'll be like, all right, well, I'll pay you $9.50. And you got to be like, all right, well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That shit ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Hey, it was this clip on social media. It was this Jake. All right, I guess he had worked like 3 hours, and then he's filming an Edomite, this old ass Edomite, and he's filming. He was like, all right, so how much you said you was gonna pay me? The old Edomite, well, I'll pay $9. He was like, so you gonna? All right, yeah, I worked. He was like, you only worked 3 hours. He was like, I'm gonna pay you $9. So then the Jake, he got pissed off. He was like, where are you gonna pay me $9? I worked the 3 hours. Okay, I see. And he straight up, I think
I seen that.
He slapped
his outside of a work truck.
Right. He slapped his dick in his mouth, man. It was like, come on, you gonna pay him? All right, he worked 3 hours. So what?
That's $3 an hour.
$3 an hour,
That's
bro.
a disrespect.
But hey, the scriptures talk about that, man.
Yeah.
You know, their possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. They don't think they're like, all right.
And even if that's not the case, let's say, like when I used to work at the auto parts, I used to look at how much money I was making. I'm like, these motherfuckers I'm making these niggas in one day. I'm making them $2,000.
Exactly.
And one day I made like, depending how long it was, I think I was like making $12, so 8 hours. I ain't even making $100 in one day.
Yeah, you're making like $50, $60 a day.
After taxes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I just made this man $2,000. And I didn't even get 100.
And you gotta wait till the end of the week to get your pay,
Right.
or 2 weeks.
They get that
That's
shit right there.
They get it right there. Hey, when I was personal training I feel like I got all these stories and shit.
Jake got plenty
Yeah,
of testimony.
We can do this all night.
Right. But nah, I was when I first entered into personal training for a gym. So their training sessions per session, it was at least $50 a session for an hour, right? At least $50 a session for an hour in this when I was training, starting off, right? So then what I would get out of that cut would only be $14 out of the $50. But not only that, I'm gonna get the $14, then that's gonna get taxed. And like you said, then I'm gonna get that not at the end of the week. This job was bi-weekly. So then I'm gonna get it every 2 weeks. So then that's when I realized I'm looking how much I'm making and how much they giving me. Hey, they coming in. Oh, I'm gonna get. Oh, what? How much is it for all these sessions? Yeah, it's
$9.
It's $12,000. All right, well, yeah, they dishing out the cash. Esau dishing out the cash. $12,000. I'm with it. Then I end up with only $150, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is madness. We putting in all the work, but it goes back to that guy.
You got it, right? Continuing on, verse 4, in Sirach 13, it says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee.
Man, that's a prime example. Oh yeah, what? He can trade or whatnot. All I'm gonna do is take his money, pretty much.
He'll promote you and shit.
Right.
Give you an extra 50 cents.
Right, a little
Like,
cookie, a little star.
An extra, you say, an extra $3 a week.
Right. Oh, you get you know what? You gonna get 2 more
Yeah.
extra vacation days. You know what I'm saying? Like that's madness, but it's all according to the scripture, like the brother reading, man.
And that's also, because Jake, out in this world, they really don't have no sense, for the most part, but Jake knows that all the work that he be putting in Esau's, companies, it ain't really worth it. That's why,
Right.
Like I said earlier, Jake will resort to going, fuck it, I'm just gonna sell drugs then.
Right.
Fuck it, at least I'm making
Give
the
up.
money,
Yeah.
and the
Fuck
money
it.
that I'm
Start
not
stealing
making
from the company.
is going back to me getting more product,
That's right.
so.
That's right.
You
And that's
wonder why
why.
Jake is stealing from the company and shit. What? You left him no choice.
What you
He
expect?
got
You
mouth to
stealing
feed.
from him? You stealing from him?
Yeah,
and shit,
exactly.
man.
God.
Hey, cause even then it's like, all right, well, shit, I might as well just do this on my own and make my own money, man.
Exactly.
And don't get caught up in the system. Like, hey, you happen to go to prison, then shit, you try and get a job, you can't get no job.
Yep.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then if you try to make your own business, you can't get a loan because you got a record.
Right.
So
then what you result? I gotta go back and sell drugs again.
Yeah.
Like that's the
Or I
system
gotta
that is set up.
flip burgers.
Right.
Yeah.
Work at McDee's and shit.
Continuing on, in verse 4 it says, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. So if you can't offer nothing to Esau for him to make money, he don't want nothing to do with you
Right.
niggas, man.
And that's what's happening now with the whole nation.
Yeah.
But Esau like, fuck you niggas, man. You build our country up. You build our kingdom up. We don't need you niggas no more. Kill these niggas. Oh, Black Lives Matter. All lives matter, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Esau's like, look, you've done all the work for us. And that's why he wants to. That's why he's willing to depopulate the earth to 500 million. Because look, you've already served your purpose in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, look, we have no benefit for you. You just wasting space, useless eaters.
That's right.
Look, we're tired of feeding you food stamps and Section 8. That's why Trump's that man to do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because, and also too, well, let me read this precept first and then I'll explain. This is verse 5. It says, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. And you Israelites, man, y'all the main reason why this economy is going, man. Because y'all the main consumers here in this country. All right, so it said, if thou have anything, and what's that anything that you Jakes have is your ability of your talents.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get these talents and you're able to make this money so that you can stimulate this economy so that Esau can continue to have his government and his rulership. Esau, we know he don't got no problem with letting you niggas live in his neighborhood.
money for him,
Yeah,
man.
a prime example of that's taking place right now, the sports industry.
There you
The owners and the teams like, man, fuck y'all niggas, man. We've already got filthy rich off y'all. If it comes back, it comes back. If not, then whatever. Y'all gonna
Cash
go
out.
broke.
Yeah.
Right.
But we good.
And the thing is that Jake don't realize that they're a big part of this economy. You're a big part of the success of this nation. When I say this nation, I'm not America.
Well, shit, the whole earth.
Really? And anywhere Jake is, that place is gonna prosper. If Jake, like the way Jake is here in America, Jake here, like we over here, playing basketball, we the best at everything. You know, all the sports around the world, America's the best at it because they got Jake over here.
Exactly. You wonder why the NBA team always smashing on the basketball, Olympics? It's fucking Jake in there just.
Judah, straight up.
Yeah. 6'11" niggas just dunking on motorbikes and shit. Of course.
Judah, bro, like, and again, like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, man. Imagine those big ass LeBron James type of niggas, man, running the country, running the world. That's a nightmare to you Edomites, man. Having a bunch of like Dwight Howards and like running the big bigs and all that running the nation. That's not what you want. You want to keep them on this level. Like your brothers are
tap dancing.
Yeah. You're gonna use them, to make money. All right. Like a parasite. Read that verse again, though, bro.
Verse 5.
Yeah.
It says, "If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for
thee." Just like a fucking bad roommate, But we're living in his house, type of thing. But he's using you, and that's Esau. This is just on a big scale. Go ahead.
As soon as he been living with you, as soon as you back on a couple months rent, this nigga disappeared, never to be seen again.
Yeah, ghost.
Verse 6. It says, "If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, What wantest thou?"
That's what he do. See, because he's done with the niggas. But now he needs to do this one last thing to see what y'all need. Okay, y'all need y'all need the chokeholds to stop. Trump just signed the order to stop chokeholds. Okay, what else you want? You want some Popeye sandwiches?
Yeah, y'all want change? I'll give you change. Here's the mark of the beast in the New World Order.
Exactly. Here's a stimulus check.
Right.
What else you want?
That's your reparations.
Yeah.
It's like you rapping niggas too. Like you sign these contracts. They just want to get 2 albums out of you. And sell some merchandise. So sell a platinum album, just like back in the early 2000s, late 90s, and then what? They drop you from the label.
It was like NBA. You might be getting paid $30 million, but how much you making Esau?
Right.
If he's willing to pay you $30 million for 3 years or whatever, $10 million. Yeah, he said he's making money off your T-shirts.
Right.
With your name on it, your shoes,
staggering amounts.
While your ass working hard.
But you out there running back and forth,
you know. Go to the doctor.
And then he makes you idolize it. He makes you idolize being a fucking slave, man. He makes Jake like, man, I wanna work in the gym. I wanna be in the gym.
I can't wait to make it to the NBA.
I can't
be a slave.
I wanna be like Mike Tyson. I wanna be like Michael Jordan.
That's like a damn slave. Like, man, I can't wait to go out to them cotton fields. Woo, I'm gonna get up and get them barrels up.
You ain't gonna get like me. You ain't gonna get.
Right, boasting about it.
Hey, well, it's like the cotton field nigga or the cotton picker peeking through the window, like, man, I wish I could have been a man, and then he in there getting his ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on, verse 7. Well, I'll read verse 6 again. It runs into verse 7. It says, "If he have need of thee," all right. So if Esau has need of you, Jakes, what is he gonna do? He will deceive thee and smile upon thee.
Lie to you.
Yep, make you think that, okay, well, he's cool with me. Okay, like, well, what's going on right now with the whole Black Lives Matter shit, right? It says, "and put thee in hope." So you see, you Jakes are starting to go, maybe there is going to be some type of change if we all rise up.
Okie doke.
Right? "And he will speak thee fair and say, What wantest thou?" Verse 7, "And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice."
Yeah, he going to be stunting like what... He gonna be sitting good and laughing in your face, while he's living in a big ass penthouse. He's laughing at calling you niggers.
Look at and you Jakes that think that you Jakes that think that you've made it. Esau's living off of you too, man. He's getting money off of you because you buying up all his shit, and he's making money off of you. You thinking that you living the good life, but really Esau's living the good life, man. Esau, especially these elites, man. All right, the Rothschilds. Them motherfuckers are living in castles, man. Literally, they're living in castles, places that you ain't never gonna find that place. Right. And if you so happen to stumble on it, you ain't even gonna remember. You gonna wake up in the kingdom because you got killed.
Right. Hey, like who knew about Epstein pedophile island other than the top of echelon elites, man?
Exactly. These things existed, and it's worse things than that exist right now, but nobody really knows about it on the forefront. That got exposed. You know?
It says,
Go ahead.
it says, until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. You see, and you niggas just keep getting
falling for
dried out by this damn devil. He get you full of water and then he bring you out.
You get mad for a second, and then he does something to love you back to sleep. Then he uses you again, and then that's the third time. Thrice, 4 times. He gonna keep winning over you.
Yep. It says, at the last he will laugh thee to scorn. Afterward, when he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. And you see, the way, a good example of this is the way how this financial system set up for Jake. That Jake will have to bust his ass working 2 or 3 jobs, or he'll become a bum. And then what happens when you become a bum? Esau walk past you and shake his head, and like I said, it said he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee, man. Like, damn, look at you niggas, man. Y'all live on the streets, y'all a bunch of cokeheads. But why is that? Why is Jake like that? Ultimately, because we sinned in our past lives, and we majority of Jake is wicked. But the way Esau has his system set up,
Right.
it's for the downfall of Jacob, man.
That's right.
And you niggas don't understand that. That's why you think you living your best life here in America, man. You living your worst life here in America, man. This is the worst captivity Jake has ever been.
Terrible.
But y'all been deceived so much that you really think you living, man. When really you're dead. This is the valley of dry bones, man. All right? And you Jakes ain't gonna come to life unless you come to this truth.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
That's the only thing that's gonna give you riches. Okay? And this side and in the world to come, man. All right. Continuing on in verse 8, it says, "Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. If thou be," that was it right there. That's it.
Yeah, because you just see, because you living in mirth and all that. You think you living it up all night. You got the Benz now. You living it up. But don't be deceived in your jollity, man. Don't let all that blind you. Because that's what Esau wants you to do. They want that to blind you, so he can continue to rip the rug off from underneath your feet. All right? He's using you. He's been using the nation of Israel. You so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You're just a resource to this man. He's the beast man. Beware the beast man. That was it.
Yeah, I got something else. Something to close.
Okay, yeah.
Brothers got anything?
I don't have anything left. Yeah.
I ain't have nothing else.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, we'll close out on this. This is Psalms chapter 71, and I'll start at verse 1. The point is at verse 4. Psalm 71 and 1. It says, "In thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion. Deliver me in thy righteousness, and cause me to escape. Incline thine ear unto me, and save me. Be thou my strong habitation, whereunto I may continually resort. Thou hast given commandment to save me, for thou art my rock and my fortress." And here's the point, verse 4. "Deliver me, O my God, out of the hand of the wicked, out of the hand of the unrighteous and cruel man." All right? And the Lord is getting ready to deliver us, the elect first and foremost, from the hands of the wicked and cruel man, the unrighteous and cruel man, who is Esau Edom. Okay? And he has his other cronies that he's in league with to help lick our wounds, or to lick our sores, like in the parable of Lazarus and the rich man. Okay? So, the Lord is getting ready to deliver us out of this captivity, man, and out of this wicked society, man. Because, Jake, man, hey, you wake up every day having to go to work for pennies on the dollar, man, and having to deal with all the bullshit that Esau throws at you, not just financially, but in every other way, through his laws and his, everything, man. It's frustrating, like the brother brought out earlier, man. He shall wear out the saints, man. The Israelites are, we're a used rag at this point. Jake is
Going up, that bitch got holes in it. It's like a old ass sock. Got 3 holes in it.
Some rag you find on the construction site.
Nothing left. We got
Grease rag.
We ain't got nothing left in the tank, man. There ain't nothing left for you to take from us, man.
Holes in it.
Yep. Jake is so wrung out. What he's resorting to is walking the streets with his hands up, talking about don't shoot.
Yeah.
That's what y'all resorting to, man.
Talking about Black Lives Matter.
Still get shot.
Because y'all tried it all. Y'all tried to integrate. That didn't work because y'all still were getting killed. you try to make it in society, but that didn't work because you still getting killed out in the streets.
The worst thing you can do is try to integrate.
Right, so
Worst
now
thing you
niggas
could
said,
have done.
Just get some cardboard and walk.
Yeah, that's it, for real.
Let's go in a few circles, see if that just
But that being said, though, that this also shows you the resiliency of the nation of Israel, because all that shit that Jake been through, we still here. Jake's still alive. Jake's still thriving. You know.
They just
Well,
doing
just
it in
like
the wrong path.
Egypt,
Right.
Egypt, the more hell they put on us, the more we multiply, man.
That's right.
You can't get rid of us, man. You can't.
Hey, it's like J. Cole said in one of his songs, I forget the name of it. He said, the good news is you came a long way. The bad news is you went the wrong way.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Jake has come a long way, man. And like the brother said, Jake has been resilient. Jake has stayed trying to fight the power. As they, Jake said back in the early 80s and late 70s, and however many generations
I
Jake
gotta
has
speak it to
saying
the
that.
man.
Kind of.
Right.
But what? Jake hasn't had the right purpose behind it.
That's right.
Okay, Jake hasn't had the proper guidance, which the proper guidance is the scriptures, man.
That's it.
And this will teach you how to escape this madness. Okay, because what's that scripture? The truth shall set you free, man.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
This truth has set us free from the bondage of this place, man.
Yeah.
Okay, we're putting off little by little the chains of darkness, man. Okay.
I got you right here.
Okay.
This is John chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
There you go, man. The truth has made us free, man.
That's right.
We're free from the so-called injustices happening here in America. We're free from
The bondage of our
everything,
mind,
man.
man.
Yeah.
Cause like even Bob Marley said it, man. What do you say? Damn, how do you say it about the prisons of the mind? I can't remember how he put it, but
You know what you're talking about, and I
yeah,
can't quote it.
it was in a song, but anyway, that's the main prison. Cause look, Esau don't need to put shackles on you, which he still does. The number one people incarcerated in America is Jake. But look, he don't even need to whip you. He don't need to put chains around your feet, your hands, and your neck. Put a yoke of iron on. No, it's all in your mind now, man. He took who you were. All right. He has beaten you down to the level where he can just tell you what to do, and you're gonna do it. Cause what? He's imprisoned your mind, and that's what you pass down to your children. But now the truth has set us free, and we're not. Now we've been emancipated. The Yahweh Bashim Yahshai had his own emancipation proclamation.
That's right.
We went from one prison to another because we're prisoners of Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right, bro.
That's right.
So hey, we're in bondage under Yahweh Shai, which that's the best bondage to be in,
With that.
because we'll serve the Lord all day, every day. we have to,
Have to, there's no other choice.
Yep.
That's right.
Go ahead, bro. Yes.
I can finish up.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 27. And it shall come to pass in that day that his burden shall be taken away from off thy shoulder, and his yoke from off thy neck, and the yoke shall be destroyed because of the anointing. And that's speaking out the truth, man. So
Yeah.
through this truth, hey, that's the anointing that's broken down those shackles, man.
Hey, because this word is not just understanding. It's considered to what? The oil. Because remember,
That's
the
right.
wise virgins, they took what they take. They took
took
that oil.
oil.
And what do you anoint with? You anoint people with oil. So hey, we got the Lord's over those men. We got the oil, man.
Yeah.
We ready to go. Or we trimming them lamps.
Yeah.
Don't come to us when you run out, or if you ain't got none. You realize you ain't got none.
And that's what's gonna happen really to these Jakes, the 2/3 in these last days. They're gonna realize that they don't have that oil,
Yeah.
and they're gonna try to come seek it. Well, Amos 8 and 11.
Kind of a bunch of where they
12.
from
Where we going?
what's it, Wonderland or whatever, the Tin Man. Motherfucker ain't had no oil. Just a bunch of Tin Mans out there.
Yeah, bunch of 10 minutes out there squeaking and shit.
Yep.
You had something already?
No, I didn't. It's not.
Okay.
Hey, so with that, Lord's willing, this was edifying and exhorting. We want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash.
the honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. The salutation of much love. To Yakim out there pushing out his word, truth, and sincerity. Shalom.
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 Laila Tuah.